So hello everyone, welcome back to another session. Very good afternoon to all. After a long time, we are joining at the afternoon session. So this is going to be the first session, first revision session for your SEBI Grade exam. So as I've already told you that in your phase 1 paper 2 as well as in your phase 2 paper 2, there are 6 subjects in all which have a lot of weightage, which has a very long syllabus or lengthy syllabus, I should say, comprehensively when you include the 6 subjects. So in these revision sessions, what we are going to do, we are going to pick up some questions, some specific questions from some chapters of your these 6 subjects, and therefore we'll try and revise your entire syllabus because the time is less. The notification can come anytime, and I expect कि आपने अपनी तैयारी शुरू कर दी होगी. You must have already started with your preparations. If you're still waiting that sir, the notification would come, then I'll start, then certainly just consider it that you will not be able to qualify. ठीक है? So अगर सच में qualify करना चाहते हो, you really want to qualify it, start preparations right now. Okay? So today I have taken the topic of finance because that is something that we have been covering for quite some time now in the course also. And I believe a lot of students must have joined from RBI also. All the students who are preparing for RBI as well as SEBI simultaneously. So it is going to be a kind of a revision for them also. So today's chapter that I have taken, we're going to try and cover like in the terms of chapters. Okay. Okay. So the topic that we're going to cover today is financial market. There are in all of 10 questions, and I believe you must have revised this chapter. So it is also going to be a kind of a reality check for you guys, whether you are able to understand things or not, whether if the knowledge is being tested in the form of questions, whether you will be able to do that or not. Please give me a thumbs up if you're able to listen to me carefully. Just give me a thumbs up once. Nafis will be definitely giving the study plan. As of now, I have already told you start your preparations once the notification is out. Then in terms of calculating the number of days that will be there between the notification as well as your phase 1 exam, accordingly we are going to give you the study plan. Uske according de denge, don't worry. Okay? Chalo, let's not waste any time. A lot of things I have already told you. Let's get into the video. Let's have a look at the first question now. Okay? The first question says, what distinguishes your call money from your notice money? If I have to distinguish between a call money and a notice money, what is going to be a parameter? What is going to be the basis of distinction? Okay. First question. Let's see how many of you are going to give the correct answer. Do not hesitate in giving the answer. It's completely okay to make mistakes right now. All the mistakes that you're going to make right now are going to turn out in terms of experience. It is going to act as a learning experience, and it is going to be beneficial for you in your final exam. Okay. So let's see what are the options there. Need for collateral security. You already know that. I'll be briefly explaining that also. Second is the tenure of lending. There's difference in terms of the tenure. One probably might be for a shorter duration. The other probably might be for a longer duration. Okay. Interest payment at maturity. Fourth one, issuance by government. The fifth one is involvement of commercial banks. So these are the 5 options which are there. Let me see how many of you are going to give me the correct answer. And I would always appreciate that when you're giving your answers, when you're telling me your answers in the comment section, do give a reason for the same. It will only help you in building your own understanding. So आप reason भी अगर साथ साथ देते रहेंगे, that is going to be wonderful. ठीक है? I hope it is clear. Yes. So call money is for 1 day. Notice money is for a period of 14 days approximately. So the answer is going to be B, tenure of lending. A lot of B answers have come. Poonam, Nafis, Manish, sorry. Fantastic. So the first question was very, very easy. I will classify this question as an easy question. Okay. And hence the answer is B, and a lot of you have given the correct answer. Let's go to the second question now. Okay. So please keep giving the reasons also. Reasons will further inculcate a habit of asking yourself that what could be the probable reason, not just taking a guess out there, because there's going to be a negative marking out there in your final exam. So wahan se bhi practice ho jayegi. And second, you will also gain a lot of confidence that aapne tukka nahi laga rakha hai, aapne guesswork nahi maar rakha hai. ठीक है? Chalo, let's move forward to the second question now. Which of the following money market instruments, read the question very carefully, involves the issuance of zero coupon securities? Zero coupon securities, where are they being issued? Okay. Is it commercial paper? Is it certificate of deposit? I believe you already know these terms. Still, if you have any doubts, if you have any questions, you can always ask me in the comment section. Okay. The third one is treasury bills. The fourth one is government securities. It can be any kind of government securities, can be bonds, it can be anything else. Money market mutual fund. So these are the 5 financial products, I would say. The financial products have been mentioned there, and you have to tell me what is the correct answer. Very easy question. We have already discussed these things in detail in your course. So I believe you should be able to tell me the correct answer. Okay. And always remember, there are going to be some overlapping options, there are going to be some confusing question and confusing options also. So just make sure that you're giving a very specific answer. One could be a generic answer, the other one could be a specific answer. Always go for specific pointers. For example, one element is bond, okay? The second element is a specific type of bond. It can be a kind of a zero coupon bond, it can be a type of a zero coupon security as well. So always go for specific answer than your generic answers, okay? Caterpillar zero coupon securities are those securities which are issued at par. Remember, we discussed a lot of treasury bills, okay, where they are issued at par, okay. Sorry, they are issued at discount, but they are redeemed at par. So the difference value that you get is your interest, okay. So the answer in this case is going to be C, that is treasury bills. Okay, so treasury bills is going to be the correct answer. Okay, a lot of you have already given that answer. Fantastic, Paras, Santosh. I'm very happy to see that the reasons are also coming in. Reasons aa rahe hain. That is very, very good to see. Okay, let's move to the third question now. Another question. Which of the following functions of primary market? Now see, we are talking about primary market here. I believe you understand the difference between a primary market and the secondary market. There should be no doubt between these two terminologies. Involves the process of mitigating risk-related uncertain public response to new security issuance. So what the question is telling you is, whenever a new security is coming in the market, I'm telling you the hint also. Okay, मैं hint भी आपको साथ-साथ देता जा रहा हूँ. Let's say, because this is the first test, probably you might feel it to be moderate to easy level. As we move forward, the level of the questions are going to go up. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of risk out there. Okay, Bhumika, as I told you, the answer will be more specific. More specific answer होगा. Government security कुछ भी हो सकती है. Okay, so we have to choose the most specific answer. Okay, is it going to be the issue? Is it going to be underwriting? Is it going to be distribution of securities? Is it going to be final issue? Or is it going to be ultimate investor allocation when the allocation takes place? Okay, very, very easy question. We have already discussed this in your course as well. Fantastic. A lot of answers coming for B. Underwriting. So underwriter is an individual which provides underwriting facility, underwriting services, where he charges underwriting commission and assures that if the share, the IPO which has been made in the market, the IPO which has been issued in the market, if the public doesn't subscribe to it, whatever is left over will be taken up, will be managed by the underwriter. Okay. Therefore, underwriting is going to be the correct answer. So B is going to be our correct answer. Let's move to the fourth question now. Now, one or two questions are going to be very specific to SEBI. Okay. Okay. Let's see the fourth question now. In the context of book build process, now I'm not going to talk about book building process. We have already discussed that in detail. Book building process is the process where you try to determine the price of the security. Okay. You want to discover the price of the security using a book building method. It is a method of discovering price of the security. Okay. I have already told you in brief now. Which document is registered with the registrar of companies, ROC, and contains all relevant details except the specifics of price or the number of shares being offered. So everything is being provided, all the details are being provided, only two major details are not provided, that is the price of the security or the number of shares. One of these details majorly is missing in the document, in the prospectus, so that after the discovery has taken place, after the book building process has taken place, the final prices can be determined. Okay, let's see what are the options there. Red herring prospectus, a simple prospectus, abridged prospectus, shelf prospectus, and information memorandum. I'm repeating once again, wherever you feel that you're not able to understand anything, any terminology is not clear to you, we are having these sessions on as live, so you can always ask me in the comment section. Comment section mein comment karke you can always ask me. Okay. And all those who have not studied this, please go through them, because today I am taking a very easy to moderate level session. No difficult questions today. All questions are of a moderate level. So I believe you should be able to do them. Okay. Fantastic. A lot of answers are coming for A. A lot of answers are coming for red herring prospectus, and red herring prospectus is the correct answer. So what happens when you're using a book building method? Red herring prospectus का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. Red herring prospectus is majorly used, where what is going to happen? In the entire document, everything is going to be told, the financial performance of the company, the financial statements, what has been the various ratios, every detail is going to be told up, but we are not going to talk about we are either going to miss upon prices or the number of shares of the security. Okay. Yes, I will be explaining, don't worry. Okay, now a lot of students are asking me, sir, what is a shelf prospectus? Shelf prospectus, you can derive the term from shelf. Okay, shelf, you know shelf. Shelf is a place where you keep things out there. Okay, आप वहां पे सामान रखते हो shelf पे. So shelf prospectus is like, let's say this company A, it has determined in the beginning of the year, it has finalized that it is going to issue, let's say 20,000 shares. Okay, 20,000 shares, let's say at the price of rupees 10 in the market. This is something which has been determined. Okay, but what they have decided that they're not going to issue all the 20,000 shares at once in the market. सारे के सारे जो shares है वो एकदम से market में नहीं निकालेंगे. They're going to come up with 2-3 issues over the years, but all the other details such as the number of shares or the price of the shares are going to remain constant. Every detail, every financial aspect of the shares are going to remain constant. It is just going to be a process where instead of just one time, multiple times they're going to come out with the issue. For example, let's say in one issue, they can issue 10,000 shares. Another issue, first issue 10,000 shares. Second issue 5,000 shares. Third issue again 5,000 shares. This is happening over a period of 1 year. Okay. This entire process is happening in a period of 1 year. Okay. And in this 1 year, the price of the shares is going to remain constant, but they're going to issue the shares thrice. So instead of wasting time by issuing the prospectus again and again, because the process of issuing prospectus documentation is a costly affair. Company is gonna incur a lot of cost during that process. So in order to avoid that, if they have already determined that these financials are going to remain constant, what they're gonna do in the beginning of the year, they're going to submit shelf prospectus. They're going to submit shelf prospectus to the registrar so that in the multiple issues, that is the second and third issue, they will not have to submit anything. So they will be saved in terms of the cost that should have otherwise would have been incurred. Okay, so that is the broad idea. I hope it is clear now. Okay, let's talk about the options. I think red herring prospectus you already know. Prospectus is a document which is often utilized to invite shares to subscribe for the public. That is what prospectus means. A bridge prospectus is a prospectus which is an incomplete prospectus. It will not have a detailed information. Okay, it will not have a detailed information. It will only have summary. For example, let's say you want to purchase a security and you go to the company. If I give you a very detailed prospectus which has, let's say, 100 pages, you will probably not be willing to read it. आप पढ़ना नहीं चाहोगे. You will not want to read it. So a bridge prospectus is being given where only summary or important details are there. The complete detail, the complete detail of the financials of the company is not mentioned. Only some important details are being mentioned. Therefore, it is termed as abridged. Abridged, where you're trying to bridge out something. It is incomplete. Bridge क्या करता है? What does the bridge do? It connects two things, right? Why do you use bridge? For example, let's say you're standing here. You want to go there. Bridge is something that helps you travel from one place to the other. So abridged means something which is incomplete in nature. Okay. So this is how you can remember what is an abridged prospectus. An information memorandum is a document. For example, once you have done your entire book building process, you have determined the value of the shares. So what you must have done in the beginning, you must have submitted red herring prospectus as we have just discussed. After the price has been discovered, after you have finalized. So for example, let's say the entire book building process is over and now you have finalized that you're going to issue, let's say 10,000 shares in the market at the rate of, let's say, rupees 10. Earlier, remember in the question, except either the price would be missing or the number of shares would be missing. Now, once you have completed your book building process, this entire details are going to be given to the registrar. The registrar will have to be informed. So earlier what you have done in the initial stage before the determination, you have submitted red herring prospectus. After finalization of everything, what you're going to do, you're going to submit the information memorandum. Okay, that is how it goes. I believe now all the 5 terms are clear. Okay. Satyanarayan, those are the topics of Companies Act. Those are not the topics of finance. The number of days, the provisions, all of those things. When we move to Companies Act, we're going to discuss that. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. I believe all the terms are clear now. Any doubts in any of the terms now? Okay. I believe all the 5 terms are clear, and for this, the correct answer is going to be your red herring prospectus. Okay. Fantastic. Chalo, let's move forward. Let's go to the 5th question now. Now I've already answered 5th question in some form or the other. Since I've already explained few terms here, I've already given the answer for the 5th question. Which document is issued alongside the application form in a public issue provides a concise overview of the key features extracted from the prospectus? It is not a complete prospectus. Okay. you have partially taken up the details and you are submitting it, you're giving it to the investor. Okay, what are we talking about? Now you already know the answer. Okay, yes, let's see what is the correct answer. Now you already know the answer. Okay, the answer is going to be average prospectus. Okay, because it is a summary or a concise document. Fantastic. Wonderful. Let's move forward. Let's go to the sixth question now. Now the questions are going to be slightly on a difficult side. That means moderate level questions. Okay. Which of the following statements are correct about broad market indices or market cap indices? Remember we discussed the various kinds of indices. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Okay, we discussed the various kinds of indices. Now we're going to talk about which of the following statement are correct regarding broad market indices or market cap indices. Okay, so we have to define them. The first option says consist of companies of one particular sector like banking, IT and media. One sector has been identified. It can be banking, IT or media. Second, consist of companies that are tied to specific investment themes like social themes, economic themes, digital themes. So you are making investment based on some kind of themes out there. Okay. The third statement says indices that are based on a specific trading strategy. You're using a specific form of trading strategy. You can use a aggressive strategy where you're actively trading in the market. You can use a passive strategy where you have just invested and you're left over. That okay, I have invested, let's say rupees 10,000 and now I'm not bothered about how the prices of the securities are changing. Okay. The last one says consists of the largest, most liquid financial sound companies on stock exchange based on market capitalization, based on their total market capitalization. The most sound companies, financial sound companies are going to become part of it. Yes. What should be the correct answer? And if you think that you're learning something new, if you're having a wonderful revision, please do hit the like button. Do give your feedback also. Okay, because all those students who are taking the live classes in the morning, they would know this is the second class for the day. In the morning also, we had approximately 1 hour, 15 minutes class. So I would expect that if we are working hard for you all so that you can crack the exam, you should also be the most regular ones. Okay. And please give me the reason also. What should be the correct answer along with the reason. So fourth is going to be the correct answer because market cap index are nothing but the most largest liquid companies, financial companies such as BSE 500, Nifty 500, Nifty companies and all of those. Okay. Yes. So D is going to be the correct answer. Let's move to the seventh question now. Please read the questions very carefully. These questions are going to be slightly on a difficult side. Okay. Which of the following statement regarding open-ended mutual funds? So I have tried to ensure that we have diversified the questions from various topics so that we are not just focusing on some portions. Okay. If you're able to solve, let's say 80% of the questions, this should be a kind of a parameter. If you're able to solve 80% of the questions from these 10 questions, that means 8 questions are correct. That means more or less you have understood that chapter well. Okay. Okay. So you have to tell me which of these statements are incorrect regarding open-ended mutual fund schemes. There are various kinds of mutual fund. In terms of open-ended, which of the statements are incorrect? Open-ended funds can issue an unlimited number of shares. Okay. That is the first statement being given. Investors can buy or sell units at the net asset value NAV directly with the fund house. Okay. Net asset value calculate kar lete hain. You are able to purchase it on that value. Open-ended mutual funds often have a fixed maturity period. The time period is fixed there. Okay. D1 says open-ended mutual fund continuously issue and redeem units based on investor demand. And the last one says the price of the units in an open-ended mutual fund is determined by NAV. Okay. So these are the 5 options. Let me see what are the answers coming up. Majority of the answers are coming for C. Fantastic. So C, open mutual fund do not have the fixed maturity period. Can you also answer and tell me in the comment section which mutual fund have a fixed maturity period? Can you also answer that for me? Which mutual funds have fixed maturity periods? किस म्यूचुअल फंड के मैच्योरिटी पीरियड जो हैं वो फिक्स होते हैं? Yes, if you can also tell me the answer. And I want everyone to respond along with the reasons. Yes, Karthik is very quick. A lot of you, in fact. Yes. So close-ended mutual funds are those which has a fixed maturity period. Wonderful. Let's move forward to the 8th question now. What distinguishes a gilt fund from other types of debt funds? how are guild funds different from the debt funds? Okay, that is what is the question. Guild fund invests exclusively in government securities. Guild funds have a higher risk profile than other debt funds. Guild funds are actively managed equity funds. Guild funds primarily invest in corporate bonds. Guild funds do not provide any returns to investors. These are the 5 options. Comparatively easier question. Subodhip, I have written the answer in the 7th also. Okay, 7th वाले का भी आंसर लिख दिया था मैंने. Fixed maturity, C was the answer here. Open-ended mutual fund often have a fixed maturity period. C was the answer because incorrect. We had to talk about the incorrect. Okay. And for this question, the answer is going to be A, because guild funds are those which are G6, which invests purely in government securities. So the answer is going to be A. Subhadeep, the answer for 7 is C, not A. Okay, the answer for 7 is C, not A. For 8th, the answer is A. Subhadeep, I hope it is clear. If it is not clear, we can come back to the question at the end. Okay, let's talk about the 9th question. What is the advantage for issuers in incorporating a callable feature in the bond? Remember, we discussed the topic of types of bonds. Under the topic of types of bonds, there is one type of bond known as callable bond. Okay, I believe you already know that. What is a callable bond? Okay. Dhananjay, hybrid mutual fund are a separate kind of a mutual fund which are investing both in equity as well as in debt market. Okay. Now they per se could be both open-ended as well as closed-ended. Okay. They can be both. Okay. Callable bonds allow issuers to avoid making interest payments. That is the first option given. Read the question carefully. Issuers can call back bonds to increase their market value. Callable bonds provide a fixed source of funding for issuers. The callable feature enables issuers to take advantage of declining interest rates in the market. Callable bond exempt issuers from repaying the principal amount. Please read the question very carefully. Do not be in a rush. Do not be in a hurry to answer. We are asking about the advantage. What is the major advantage for the issuer? Not from the investor's point of view, but from the point of your issuer, the company which is coming out with a callable bond. What is going to be their advantage? Read the question carefully. Do not be in a hurry. Okay. Callable bond feature. We have not talked about interest rate. We have not talked about any other feature. Only with respect to callable bond. Okay. Now understand it like this. You have issued a callable bond with a rate of interest of 10%. Okay. This is what, and the feature has, the bond has a callable feature where the issuer can always call you back. That means he can call you that, okay, I'm redeeming your bond, so I'm paying your money back. Okay. So when he is going to exercise that, he is going to exercise when the market rate is declining. Sorry. So let's say the bond X has an interest rate of 10%, but now what has happened in the market rate, the rate of interest has fallen down to 8%. So what he is going to do, look it from a very practical perspective. What is he going to do? He is going to redeem this bond. ये bond redeem कर देगा और एक दूसरा bond issue कर देगा where he will have to pay an interest rate of 8%. Okay, lesser rate of interest he will have to pay. Okay, therefore the answer for this question is going to be D. So D is going to be the correct answer. Okay, go with the logic. If you do not understand the logic, you will never be able to answer questions of finance. At least I cannot say about other subjects, but at least for finance you will not be able to answer. It requires a very in-depth clarity in terms of the concepts and logics. Absolutely, Santosh, Bhumika, Rahul, all of you are correct. Okay, let's move to the last question for the day. The last question for today. And let me just tell you before I end the session that we are going to have sessions on Friday. As of now, we have started with the Friday sessions. So on Friday, we are going to have the sessions and we will keep rotating the subjects. For example, this Friday, we are having the session for finance. Next Friday, I'm going to probably take the session on, probably not, and certainly going to take the session on management. Okay, I'm going to take your session on management for the very simple reason that I'm trying to cover up those subjects first which are more similar, which are also part of your RBI Grade B syllabus, so that all those students who are simultaneously preparing for both the exams, they are able to revise as well. They are also able to check their performance as well. Okay, So next Friday we are going to take up the revision session for finance. Management. I'm so sorry. We're going to take it for management. Okay. Now what are the options given? Income stock, which want a regular payment of interest. Blue chip stock, the best company, most liquid companies, best performing companies. High beta stock are risky stocks, which can also go down and which can also go high. Growth stock, where you want capital appreciation, that the share price of the security where you have invested should go up. Cyclical stock, which move in the same direction as that of your business cycle. When the business cycle is in the booming stage, okay, your share prices will also go high, and when it is in the depressing phase, it is in the recession or depression, the share prices of the securities will also fall. Okay. Okay, so next week we'll be having the session for management. The correct answer for this question is C. Okay, so C is going to be the correct answer. Okay, so that is all about today's session. I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope it was a kind of a reality check for you all, and you must have got a broad idea as to where you stand, what has been your performance. And let me just tell you once again, if you're scoring somewhere around 80% marks in these revision sessions, which are very, very comprehensive in nature, okay, you should be able to evaluate yourself. Nafis, we are expecting the notification by the end of December week. ठीक है, कभी भी आ सकती है. Please start preparing. Caterpillar, we have just started here. ठीक है, अगर आप लोग रेगुलर आओगे, you are very regular, you are very consistent, we might also increase the sessions. ठीक है, I don't mind doing it every day. Okay, I don't mind doing it every day, but you have to be very consistent. You have to be very regular. ठीक है, अभी बताया मैंने, दिसंबर में आ सकती है नोटिफिकेशन, कैन कम एनी टाइम. प्लीज स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग वेल, डू नॉट वेस्ट योर टाइम. ओके, सो दैट वाज ऑल फॉर टुडे. इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स, लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, एल्स वी कैन जस्ट रैप अप द टॉपिक. somebody is asking which chapter for management. yes, सबकी आएगी भाई, लीगल की भी आएगी, जनरलिस्ट की भी आएगी, आईटी की भी आएगी, सारी आएगी. ठीक है, डोंट वरी. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक दैट वी आर गोइंग टू टेक अप द क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम द टॉपिक ऑफ मोटिवेशन. Motivation is a very lengthy topic. I'm going to take up the questions from motivation. Okay, and I'll also confirm it in the discussion forum. Don't worry, discussion forum पे दोबारा inform कर दूंगा. But always remember, the sessions as of now are going to be on Friday. Okay, you make a special request for regular sessions. I'll try to get it done. Okay, but for that you have to be first regular. जब तक regular नहीं आओगे, there's no point me taking the session. Okay. For example, in the morning sessions, in the morning finance class, there are approximately 180 to 200 students. But in the live class today, we could only see a handful of 80, 90 students or probably 100 students. So if there are more students coming in, more regular students coming in, I can take up the sessions on a daily basis. Don't worry. Okay. Chalo, that was all for today. Take very good care of yourself. Keep preparing well and start your preparations now. Please do not waste for the notification. Notification के बाद पढ़ना शुरू करोगे तो एग्जाम नहीं निकलेगा. ठीक है. Neha, I'll be taking everything. Don't worry. I'll be taking numericals also. I'll be taking it for other subjects also. All 6 subjects will be covered here. Okay. Okay, Santosh, I'll first have a discussion with the faculty, concerned faculty, and then I'll inform the chapter in the Telegram group. Don't worry. I'll inform the chapter on the Telegram group as well as on the discussion forum. Okay. Chalo, bye-bye. Take very good care of yourself. If you think that you have learned something new, कुछ सीखने को मिला हो, you have been able to revise it properly, do hit the like button, do subscribe to the channel. Keep preparing well. God bless you all. Now I'm going to meet you very soon. Okay, I'm going to meet you very soon. Okay, bye bye. Take care.